Good morning. Another beautiful early day in Florida. Well, I can't believe this needs to be said, but it does because of the society we live in right now. Guys, and this is for the guys specifically and especially veterans, if you are with a woman that don't ever let a woman gaslight you into thinking that you're a violent man that's going to beat her up someday just because you're a veteran and have been in combat zones or in combat and all that stuff. Never, ever let a woman do that to you. It can be pretty devastating, and that devastation is only temporary, obviously, once you get a handle back on yourself, because you were the person that wondered if maybe you were that person. You're not. You're not that person, all right? Her trauma is not your trauma. Her baggage is not your baggage. And it goes the same way around. Like, your baggage is not her baggage and your trauma is not her trauma. So if you have a woman that cannot see you for who you are and does not understand the concept of you as a veteran that has been through that stuff, knowing exactly where that switch is and knowing exactly when you need to turn it on and when to turn it off, if she as a woman does not understand that you have ultimate control over that yourself, there's a very good chance that she does not have ultimate control over that herself. It very well could be classic projection. Okay. So in that case, staying with her might actually be dangerous for you. Yeah. I mean, my first wife, she was borderline. That was the first and the only truly toxic person I'd ever been with. Escaped that for a very long time just because I got into psychology. I figured out how to identify those people objectively. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, if you're a guy in today's society and people are talking about male toxicity and all that stuff, they always talk about male toxicity until the wolves are at the gate. And then they want the male toxicity. All right. Just be yourself. You're not toxic. Just because you're capable of great violence, just because you're capable of ending someone's life with your bare hands in multiple ways. All right. For those of you out there that can, it's not that hard. All right. It's not that hard to learn. You could teach anyone to do it. It's another skill set like anything else. That's all it is. It's just another skill set like anything else. And if someone is afraid of it, you don't want a partner who's afraid of you. That person still has a lot of life experiences that they haven't had. And maybe they did get with violent people. Maybe they did get with violent men. That's not your problem. That's not your fault. All right. They clearly haven't learned how to identify the good men from the bad ones. All right. Just like men who are mad at women clearly haven't learned to identify the good women from the bad ones. All right. There's a lot of entitlement out there. There's a lot of just a lack of general awareness. There's a lot of lack of empathy out there. That is not your problem. If you have a partner, and especially a woman who gaslights you into thinking that, or tries to at least, just walk away. And I know it's easier said than done sometimes. I know that personally, painfully, but you do not want a partner like that. You don't want a partner who isn't strong. You don't want a partner who's always scared of the world. You don't want a partner who's scared of men. You can pity them. You can empathize with them. You can give them the tools. You can try to teach them to use the tools. But at the end of the day, that's not your problem. You're not their savior. You're not their therapist. You can't be. They have to figure all that out on their own. And yes, unfortunately, by the time they figure it out, it'll be too late for you and them, most likely, because let's face it, when a woman discards a man, another woman picks him right up, the woman that sees him for who he is. And I found that to be true. But as much as you want to help these women out there, you can't. You just can't do it. So don't even try. Like I said, the information and the knowledge is out there. And if they're the ones getting with these guys out there that should be buried under the prison, then that's not your problem. It's not your fault. All right. We take care of those guys one at a time through a judicial court of law and take care of all that. But if you have a partner that thinks that you're that guy, man, don't even just bounce. Just bounce, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You'll definitely run into plenty of other women that see the real you and know better, have been through their own stuff and have made it through on the other side healthy. not hypervigilant and scared of everything. So, but yeah, that's all I got to say. Just don't let your partner gaslight you into thinking you're one of those guys. Just don't. And if they do, try. That is one of the biggest red flags you could possibly have. Just get out. Just get out. Be done. Understand that maybe in another reality it would have worked out. Maybe if you would have met that person before she got all damaged, if maybe you guys would have worked out. But at this point, she's still got a lot of healing that she needs to do. She still has a lot of self-awareness she needs to work on. She's still got to figure all that out. And you're not the teacher. You're not her dad. You're not a therapist. It's time to go. So you got to find someone that's on your same page. You got to find someone that is strong enough and knowledgeable enough and is confident enough to be with someone who can take care of business. And it's annoying because a lot of women want a guy that can protect them, right? They want that. But then if they realize just how much you can protect them, that sometimes scares them. And if it does, that's not your problem. It's just not. And also just know that she's probably using that as an excuse to make herself look good in society, because basically the reality is that we live in a society where if you're a woman and you're with a guy and you hint about anything about emotional abuse or physical abuse, she will get claps and praises and strong man or strong woman and you go girl and fuck that guy. And it's just the way it is. It's the way it is. The questions will be asked. It's just the way it is. And you got to remember that those people that do that are also non-self-aware lunkheads. Smart people ask questions. Smart people get to the bottom of it because smart people are actually worried about their friends. But anyways, that's all I got to say. Just that. Clean and simple. Have a great day, guys.